There ain't any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. What do you need?
All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 29-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Hey.
11.
Now a handoff looking right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Clock. Hey, come on. Get hot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check.
Hey, gun.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Mike, 44.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard, 54 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here we go.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check 43.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4. And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
12, fellas, here we go. Hey, Zoo.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
11.
Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script, I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
21. Go ahead.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm trying to collect.
On first down, here's Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 31. Slam.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
I got you.
Mike 19. Watch the run.
Hey, alert. Hey, wahoo.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, Abby. Let me what you got.
He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Come on. 51 the mic, boy. 51.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys and trying to wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
We found 132 fighter.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard
One,
line.
Omaha.
Mike 19.
Hey, exit.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that.
Garoppolo on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Here we go.
They
here we go,
work
here we go.
again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
That's a run. They're running it.
Garoppolo again. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
49er, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
11.
Mike 19.
Hey, alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here we go.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19.
White.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Switch.
One, Omaha. Hey, gun. 12.
Mike 19. Yo. Shift. Watch the shift.
Hey, Foxtrot. 21. 19.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 19 yards away as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
On 2nd down. It's Watson, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Beard. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Beard, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Watch the pass.
Off-play action. Beard. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Let's go.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Beard. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
12, fellas, here we go.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Mike 19, Mike 19.
Garoppolo looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
44 is the Mike.
Now Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Garoppolo now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Mike 19, Mike 19.
Coming. I got you. 21.
Mike 19, Mike 19. I'm coming after you.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 3-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First down, and it's Pollard again. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Mike 19, Mike 19. Hey, Russ.
65, 65.
Show him it. Show him it. Under 10, 10.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
11, 11. Hey, high 7.
19, Mike 19. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Go ahead, go ahead.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Here we go, here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
It's your time, baby. We did our part. Mike 51. Here we go. Alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Beer. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. They'll run with Pollard. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go, here we go. Go to bench. I don't think you got it, sir.
To throw on 2nd down. Beer. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
36.
And now he'll... And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Team 6.
19, Mike 19. God, no.
6.
19, Mike 19. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the
21.
Watch the screen. Kill.
11.
Kill. Turn up. He's crashing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 84 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On 1st down, Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake. Beard. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Beer. He finds his man Johnson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
Ready, ready. 51. Let's go, run. He's up like that.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Yeah.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. 3 down, 3 down.
Second and 9 now. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. Beer. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got
12, fellas. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 48. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
At their own 48-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Carlson on for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Cowboys 31, 49ers 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
11.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
21.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Watson, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Beard. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Garoppolo to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Watson at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Looking to throw. Beard. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
49ers 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
65, 65.
19,
Buzz.
back to you. I'm going back to you.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wheeler. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Cowboys, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.